Hey folks, it's Vagrant. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I did it. Today we're just finishing off Nottinghamshire. I don't know. We've got quite a lot to do still, so it should be fairly chill, kind of explore, knock things out of the park. Kind of shebang. Let's have a little look here. Where are we off to next? We're over there. I still don't know what that is. It's throwing me for an absolute loop, but we'll come back and find it, I'm sure. Apologies very quickly for those who missed it via my other channels and social stuff that there's not been any content for a few days, particularly Pokemon, considering that's a new series. Always feels a bit weird to start a new series and then not upload it, but I have been suffering. Those who saw my Pokemon video experienced the start of that suffering, the immense migraine pain I've been going through for like 3 or 4 days now. Not been able to sleep, not been able to eat, I've just been dead, basically. So I'm not even going to apologise, because screw you guys. I'm the one who suffered. It's been bad. It's been really bad. I might as well talk about it, because what else are we going to talk about? We're not doing much here. It was getting to the point, I think I mentioned this on the other thing, or maybe I cut it out, I can't remember. But basically, I couldn't sleep, because if I laid down, the pain got a lot worse. And there was nothing I could do. Like, I was taking heavy painkillers, and nothing was working. And taking anti-migraine stuff, and nothing was working. And I say this all like it's past tense, but I do have some paranoia that I'm not out of the woods yet, but we'll see. Oops, it is it. But if I laid down, the pain got worse, which made sleeping rather difficult. And especially the past 2 days where it's been really bad, I basically didn't go to sleep. What I did was stay awake for 25, 26, 30 hours, I think it was last night, until I was so tired that I collapsed despite the pain, basically. It was really bad. I was honestly beginning to lose my sanity a little bit, because it had been 4 full days of nothing but agony, and it gets you down, it really does. I usually count myself as quite a chipper kind of guy, but yeah, I kind of ended up in quite a bad mood the last few days, and wasn't feeling myself. Yeah, something about a tablet. So, no guarantees this video is going to be a full hour like it usually would be. Oh, hello, big boy. For Assassin's Creed, just because I am conscious of the fact that I might not be out of the woods entirely, so I need to kind of just keep an eye on how my head's feeling. At the moment, I feel a lot better than I have the last few days. But, you know, there's no guarantees. And every other time that I felt good the last few days, and often it is when you first wake up, I find that like an hour or two later, suddenly I'm once again in a lot of pain, so. Not counting my chickens quite yet. I've got the game volume on low. Let's see if that helps. I want it to be over. I really want it to be over. I want to feel like a normal person, because I've just felt like it's been bad. And I have immense respect, because I don't get migraines very often. It isn't a common thing for me at all. But there are people who get migraines, like, and people who haven't had a migraine are like, oh yeah, it's just a headache. It's not just a headache. It's so much worse than a headache. Especially if you do get bad ones. But, what was I going to say? But there are people, you know, prolific migraine sufferers. And not the benefit I should say, but one of the things about being prolific is you can have things done, you can get medication specific, blah blah blah. But the idea of going through this, what I just went through every single month, which is what happens for a lot of people, is utter freaking nonsense. And I have immense respect for anyone who can regularly suffer from bad migraines and still function as a human being at all, because I don't know if I would make it, honestly, so mad respect. I was thinking, as I lay there in bed yesterday just dying, I thought, if I was getting tortured... I've been watching a lot of Homeland recently. I'd never seen Homeland, and I'm very much continuing this thing I'm doing where I'm trying to watch and finish a TV show. Which might not sound like a big deal, but I never did it. Like, Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones are like 2 of the only shows I ever finished. So I watched Bones, and I finished all 12 seasons. I watched Dexter, and I finished all 8 seasons. Like, for the first time ever. These are shows that I tried to watch like 17 times, but I'd never quite made it to the end. And now I'm watching Homeland. I'm going to finish that as well. And then I need to finish Mad Men. Anyways, that's not the point. Although I've completely forgotten. Why am I talking about TV shows again? There's a reason, I'm pretty sure. But I couldn't tell you what it is. Oh, Homeland. Okay, why was I talking about Homeland? Something to do with terrorism. How did I get on that topic? I don't know. My brain doesn't work yet. I just point fingers forward. Girl on screen moves in direction. I hit things. Things die. That's all I'm here for today, okay? This is going to be a very low-key video. I'm just nervous. I'm still nervous. Oh, right, yeah, torture. Yeah, so, you know, Homeland, torture, that makes sense. That's why there's a connection there. Okay, that's cool. I'm not a psycho, which is nice. Is the piggy working for them? Whoa, fire boy! You're a pain in my ass, you know that. Whoa, he just put the arrow. He's a mad lad. Whoa! Enough of that, thank you. Right, where's the fire lad? He's the one I need to sort out. Jesus. Can we bloody stop? All I want to do is take your stuff. Raging picky, raging picky. Alright, who's shooting at me? Don't know who you think you're tricking there, love. Oh my god. You know what I'm really surprised we don't have? It's like a slow motion arrow mode. Like every other game with a bow and arrow. Including, I think, Assassin's Creed. Not the original, but many of the Assassin's Creed games. Have a like slow motion bow and arrow, right? You can aim, you click like right thumbstick in and it slows down time. And this game doesn't have one. I'm not complaining. I don't think that's necessarily a good or bad thing. I just think it's a thing. You know, it's not positive or negative. It's just a comment. It does have it in that you can do it when you're jumping off a ledge. Oh, you're a big girl. Macbeth. Bloody hell, Macbeth, calm down. I'm pretty sure there's treasure in here, right? Yeah, that's that big chest-looking thing over there, maybe. How much is that? Bandit in the window. The one with the waggly tail. How much is that bandit in the window? I hope that bandit's for sale. That song got into my head the other day. I have no idea what situation put that song into my head. All I remember is that from when I was a child. And it wasn't a bandit. In case that wasn't obvious, it was a dog. How much is that doggy in the window? Doggy, specifically. Like, where am I going here? What's that? How is that? Oh, there's one there. I was like, how is that closer than that? That's a nonsense game. Nonsense, but it's not. Making good progress so far. Head, stop it, please. We have a deal, you and me. I don't get anything done to fix the problem. I ignore the problem, and you don't come back. That's the deal. Basically, I think I've mentioned this. Maybe not here. But back when I was a kid, well, I was like 13, 14, something like that. We went to America to visit my granddad in Boston. And we went to New York and Florida and just kind of made a trip of it, right? Wait, did we go to Florida? Not that time. We went to Boston, we went to New York. And at some point whilst I was there, my tooth started to hurt a lot. It ruined New York for me. New York sucked the first time I went. It was just pain and nothing else. And we went to the emergency dentist because I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't function. I was ruining the trip. We were only there for a couple of days after Boston, which was the crux of the trip. So we went to the emergency dentist and he said, right, you've got a tooth infection and it's building up and all this stuff, and if you go on a plane like this, your tooth will explode. Basically. Because of the pressure build-up. So he basically drilled a hole in the middle of the tooth. Just straight down into the middle of the tooth. And said, right, this is just to release the pressure. And then when you get home, you have to go to the dentist and get it sorted. Unfortunately, my parents have never been the best at being parents. Sorry, Mum and Dad. No harm. It wasn't the kind of thing that was ever... How am I going to get over here? It wasn't really the kind of thing that was ever going to get sorted when I got home. Like, and it didn't. Nothing ever happened with it. So, what is this thing? Is this a block? Oh, wait, sweet. I swear these are easier than they used to be. So, they drilled a hole in the middle of it, but then it never got sorted out. And I was like, 14, 13 or something. I wasn't going to the dentist slyly on my own. I needed my parents to do it. And it never really happened. So, over the years that followed, the immediate years, basically the tooth got worse and worse and worse because there was a massive hole in it. And it kind of just cracked and fell apart. And then, admittedly, since I've been 18, it was 12 years ago now, Jesus Christ, I haven't done anything to get it fixed. So whilst I think my parents should have been on it a lot more when I was a child, it is now absolutely my fault. But now the tooth is just cracked and it's just like little jutting shards of teeth. It's not pleasant, really. And it causes an infection. Or, if not an infection, it's pressing down on a nerve, blah, 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 blah. And I can't remember why I started this story, but that's why it hurts, basically. Hello.
Hail, warrior. Are these wetlands your longhouse? Your meat hall?
This is a Drenger's ritual chamber. I am Skeghold, pledged to Ragnar Lothbrok in hugger and body, iron and soul. I seek one willing to take the ritual and engage me in combat to the death.
I understand. For an opponent, you could do worse than me.
Join me then in Drenga Seder. Ragnar taught it to me at Uppsala for 9 moons, and I never stopped. I will only fight one who enters my frenzy. For if we are not in the same state, I will have an unfair advantage.
What is the potion then? Mead and rotten bread?
A sacred ale of high volatile spirits, and Thor's fungus, the Amanita muscaria. Ragnar and I would quaff this great elixir. Before each new raid, I often saw him transcend the laws of battle. Drink of the brew that bubbles here in my pot. Then we will enter the frenzy together, and only one of us will leave. For Odin, for
Alright,
Thor,
sounds fun.
for Freya and the Valkyries.
Let's get fucked up.
Come to me, Ragnar. Find me in the frenzy.
Eivor just shoves her hand in there.
May you walk the Bifrost with heavy steps, Drenger.
I am glad you have returned. A true Drenga does...
Oh, hello. I've come to be much less reliant on my wolf in recent days, I would say. I mean, I don't know why I would need it. She doesn't even do any damage. To be fair, we are very high level, and I think she's not. The time has come, my friend.
Well, and our journey was fair. Now yours continues.
Now I transcend. Farewell. It is my turn to see the god of poetry.
Rip. Where does Eivor get this axe from? So yeah, this is what I was saying. I guess it doesn't have to be her weapon. Her weapon's over there. It's just Eivor puts an axe on her. She goes down to Valhalla. Done. Right, let's nip over there, grab the flight path, grab that. How much more do we have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 16. Probably not going to finish today, but we'll see what we can do. We've made good progress so far. Backing up those skill points. Which you actually do need these days. We have skills to purchase, which is... Whoa. What the hell just happened? That bloody bonus content thing. Oh, hello. A couple of new diamond runes. Very cool. Very cool beans. Smiley thumbs up, smiley face. As the kids say, probably. Thumbs up emoji. I don't know. I'm not down with the kids. I thought I was. I was keeping up relatively well. And then TikTok started, and I just have no interest whatsoever. Then again, I think even 10 years ago, I would have had zero interest in TikTok, so... Not 10 years ago, I was still old. So 15 years ago, I would have had any interest in TikTok. So I don't know if it's just an age thing, rather than TikTok's stupid. But whatever. Even Facebook, man. Facebook I have no time for anymore. I wonder if that is a worldwide, not necessarily a worldwide thing. I'm sure Facebook is still the most popular website on the planet. But it feels more and more that it's used kind of by, like, older people, you know? It's like for your dad. I guess one day I will be my dad. You know what I mean? That'd be a bit weird if it was directly, but you know what I mean. But, I feel like my generation at least has kind of stopped using Facebook. Maybe I'm just projecting, it's just because I don't use it anymore. It's just because I don't care. Like, there's some lad or lass from 10 years ago that I knew in school, in university, and they've just, you know, they've had a kid, or... Okay, that's me, because that's kind of a big deal, but, you know, they've just had a great night at the pub with the lads or something. Like, yeah, that's great, I'm very happy for you, but why would I give a damn? Like, it doesn't impact my life at all. If I want to chat to someone, we use WhatsApp, you know. If I want to chat to multiple people and organise something, we use WhatsApp. I guess if I was going to do like an event, like I organised my friend's bachelor party a couple of years ago. You know, best man duties, all that. And we used Facebook for an event and have people sign up because we had to have people pay and stuff like that. So it's useful for that kind of thing. Organising people off many that you don't necessarily know that well and stuff like that. And I think if I was going to organise like a large group of people, like 10 plus, I still use Facebook. But other than that, I don't know why we're talking about Facebook. But other than that, I just don't care. Like, you don't need to know every aspect of your life. I say as I do YouTube videos where I talk about every single aspect of my life. But the difference is, you guys have clicked on this. You know what you're in for. And I'm much more entertaining than most people. So, that justifies it. When I was younger, it would have been different. You know, people post those kind of... It's the most annoying thing, but we all did it in the past. Where someone posts a status or a Facebook update, or back in our day, it was on MSN Messenger. That's what everyone used to keep in touch. We used MSN. And people would change their name in it. You still have your name, so for me it'd be like Vagrant, and then brackets, and you'd have like song titles, or just what you're thinking that day, and general stuff like that. And people would always pick or do really not obscure, but what's the word I'm looking for? People would post something clearly about someone else or something like that, and not say directly what it's about. You know when people post like, oh, some people, like, let's imagine this is a Facebook status, and they'll go, some people don't know what they've got till it's gone, and, you know, it doesn't name any names, but it's clearly meant to be a dig at someone. They're the most annoying things in the world. Just, if you want to chat shit about someone, do it to their face, or at least name a name. Don't, you know, post these vague, damning comments. It's just childish nonsense, and it really annoys me. Anyways. What was I saying? But like, I'm sure I used to do that back when we used MSN Messenger. Everyone was friends on MSN. This was even before MySpace. Maybe we had MySpace at the same time, but I think MSN was the major thing for us. You would add something in your name. You know, let's say you asked a girl out and she said no or something, which I can only remember happening once. I didn't really... Not because, you know, everyone wanted to date me. Nobody wanted to date me back then. But because I didn't ask anyone out. Because I was, you know, nerdy, unattractive geek kid, basically. Not the chat of a man you see before you now. But you'd put in your name in brackets. It'd be like, oh, I don't know. It's just some nonsense about life and love and all this crap. Teenagers always think they're the deepest people on the planet. And as much as it annoys me to see it now, I had the exact same thought process as when I was a kid. And it's hard sometimes when you're a little bit older to see the nonsense that kids do and forget that you did the same nonsense or your equivalent version of nonsense. And you see it all the time. It's big boomer energy. It's something you need to try to avoid. You see it with older generations talking about millennials, which is essentially my generation. And like, oh, millennials are dead soft, and oh, in our day we had to work hard and all this nonsense. Never mind that they fucked the economy, and the only reason none of us can get on the housing market and all that jazz in the first place is because job pay hasn't scaled at all with, you know, the price of housing and general living costs, and it's entirely their bloody fault. But they're still going to blame us. But the fact is, they liked nonsense when they were kids as well. It's no different.
I am proud the Lord speaks so cleanly through my soul here in Reconset.
It's very pretty.
He talks of his instruments and asks that I be one. It appears the Nephilim were at battle here long ago. Against a great tempest, some few protected us. We must honor these ancient paths. I have explained what he left for us here to the Reckon dwellers nearby. Blessed be all those who tread in this holy light.
I just saw it. Again, I'm pretty sure this isn't a coincidence. Yeah, no, look, a cave with nothing in it. I wonder why that would be. What a coinkydink. Saying that, the one that I did at the start of this video, with the water, was actually quite difficult despite... This one's pain as well. We need to get there, but I think I need to go further forward. Hey.
What strange forces work here?
I wonder how difficult that would be to make, actually. How would you paint that? I suppose if you had every object selected and you were going to texture paint them, you could just make the shape. I'm sure there's a way to like paste the shape over the top of multiple objects at once. Not sure how I would do it. Could I do that in Blender? I don't know. I've not even touched Blender in like 4 days. I was working on a new project. I'm making Godzilla. It's really cool. I'm trying to make like the bust of Godzilla. It's very, very ambitious, I would say, for my skill level, and it isn't going to turn out like amazing or anything, but I am trying to, I just want to push the boat out and use alpha brushes and learn how to make scales and detail and all this kind of jazz. Do stuff I haven't really done before. But I haven't touched my PC in 4 days. I've not been on the PC in 4 days, which is bizarre for me, honestly. Weirdest experience of my life. Let's get high. I wanna get high. I wanna get high. I wanna get high. Ba ba da ba 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 da. I was gonna go with a chord, but then I got high. Ooh. I don't really remember this song. Maybe I remember not the chord one. I was gonna go to the class, but then I got high. Ooh. Gonna da 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 da. No, but then I got high. Don't remember it all. Ba ba da ba 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 da. Now something, 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 and I know why. Why, man? Okay. It's a great song. I speak as someone who does not get high. Not really my thing. Nothing against it. Just, it's more of a drinker, which is actually not a good thing necessarily. But back at university, I think I've talked about this as well. Like everyone, like in my third year, everyone I lived with was like big on getting high. Basically, there was other stuff going as well. One of my housemates was big on cocaine, as happens. But generally speaking, people just got high, and it was fine. You know, it is what it is. But the problem is, in my third year of university, my second year of university. No, this was second year, wasn't it? Oh, this was third year. Wait, this was second year. This was second year. I'd met like a new group of friends, and I wanted to start going out all the time, and you know, I was clubbing 2-3 times a week. Also very unhealthy, don't get me wrong. My point here isn't health or morals or anything. My point here is simply what I wanted to do. That house is messed up. There we go. And all my housemates, who in the past had been willing to go out with me. One of them in particular had been my friend for like 10 years at this point already. And they'd wanted to go nights out and stuff like that. As soon as they started getting high and just doing drugs, they kind of stopped. At first I felt nothing but remorse. My anger... this is the same topic. My anger had gotten the better of me this time. My family has paid the ultimate price, but then Odin came to me as a majestic raven, black wings spread wide, leading me to a mushroom fairy circle by an oak tree. By his command I consumed them, and I no longer feel remorse, only a desire to loose more blood, to sate this lust with battle. Bloody hell. Where's this key at? Am I crazy? Where's the key? Okay, 2 things. Where's the key, and what's with the hammock? Is the key back at... Is that the point I meant to get from the letter, that the key is, Mushroom fairy circle by an oak tree. I just went to... I suppose it wasn't a fairy circle, it was just a mushroom. Okay, so I have to figure out where this mushroom fairy circle is? By an oak tree? It won't be too far away. I say that, we've had some that are absolutely miles away, so I can't really guarantee that. But it should be in the area, because it's assuming it's something he's walked over to. Berserker's house, but we just... I'm wondering if it's back at the Flyageric that we just had. Is that an oak tree? It's a big tree. I don't know what type of tree it is, but it's large. I'm gonna go check this tree out. I should make sure I scan more often, because it could have been back at the mushroom we just ate for that mission. Aha! See? It is an oak tree. It's a very large, noticeable tree, basically. Like, okay, yeah, that's probably the logical one to go for. He's gone mental. Cheers, buddy. This is a beautiful area. I know I say that every day. I know I say this every day as well. But it really is. Where are we going after this anyway? Down there. Feels like a high. Anyways, my point was, they just didn't want to go out anymore. You know, they wanted to stay in and get high and watch Naruto, basically. And that's fine, and that's great for them. Like, I'm not judging that choice at all. Everyone's got the right to do whatever the hell they want. I don't expect people to come out with me, go clubbing, etc. But the point, it wasn't, I didn't enjoy that. It wasn't for me, so I kind of stopped hanging out with them as much. In the day, people have different interests, and especially at university, people change drastically. I was basically unrecognisable from year 1 of university to my final year of university. I say final year because it wasn't 3 years, it was 5, because I screwed around and went to 3 different universities. But that's neither here nor there. I was not the same person at all. After university, I think you settle into more of the person you're going to be, but that few years period is a very transitional period. And a lot of friends you have before that period begins will not be your friends by the end of it, because at the end of the day you like different things and people grow up and change. It's why childhood friends are so rare, because you are not the same person anymore. So why be a friend with that person,
Rest easy, friend. You will be avenged. Our bodies may be broken.
What happened here?
An attack gone awry. We found more of Constantine's Picts than expected. The rich have their numbers, both in coin and spears. My men were not ready, and we were overwhelmed. But I'm afraid it's not over. They know I still live. Hark! Pict reinforcements!
Hark!
The spirit of my men are with me, and my spirit with theirs!
Ooh!
Cast out from me! We will kill every...
Is that it? Go on, buddy.
The threat is gone.
What a fight! The picked King Constantine will feel a little lighter in the purse tomorrow. Thank you for your aid.
Call me Eivor.
The name's Reacher. Reacher Sherwin. You know, we could use someone like you in our band of merry rogues and knaves. The poor get richer and the rich get poorer, thanks to us. We've a hideout in the woods. Drop by sometime. Share an ale, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, until we meet again.
Right, Robin Hood, calm down.
A hideout in the woods. Sounds interesting.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that'll pay off later on. There must be a mission out there somewhere. Or something out there somewhere where we have to do this first. This is literally Sherwood Forest. Amazing. So I guess Reacher, maybe that was Robin Hood's original... Oh, we're on to mastery points again already. Maybe that's Robin Hood's original name, and it got changed for the stories. But it's based on the true character. I don't know, I don't really know. Despite living basically down the road from... Well, I'm probably like 2 hours from Sherwood Forest, admittedly, but it's not far away. I don't really know that much about the history.
Be careful now.
Sherwood Forest! That's very cool. Boing. How are we doing, lads? Okay. Gonna need a key. Nope. Sweet. Alright, oh, that's interesting. It's a lot of sets in this game are like really dark or blue. Blue is by far the most prominent colour, I would say. So it's nice when we find something that looks a little bit different. The mentor set looks a little funky. Look at that. It's like... It's the mask! I even read that and I didn't realise. Oh, I'm excited about that idea. That's pretty... Oh, I don't know. It looks stupid. It looks very BDSM. None of them look cool. Maybe I can transmog and actually wear a helmet for once. Oh, I don't mind that one. I could wear... doesn't stick on the face enough. They're all just out a little bit too much for my liking. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm a mask person. I'm definitely not a helmet person. I like that helmet. If there was a cooler mask, I would wear it. But they all suck, so... What does this do again? Increase attack after critical hits. Oh, it looks sweet, though. Oh, those pauldrons. Oof. Yeah. The armor sets in the game do look great. There just isn't enough of them, and too many of them are hidden behind a paywall. People have mentioned that there's ways to cheat that out, but I don't know. Only 10 days now till the DLC as well. Very exciting stuff. I wasn't... Like I said, I wasn't like bored of the game or anything. I know it's been a while since we played. I was happy to keep playing. I really wanted to play the last few days, but you know, I couldn't basically.
How difficult could this possibly be? You knock your arrow into the bowstring, pull it back, aim and fire. Try again.
I've got your
Lord,
love.
save us all! Unbelievable! Which one of you did that?
I did.
What marvelous aim! For a moment, I thought my training was getting into these thick skulls. See if you can hit one of the targets above.
What target above?
That was sound aim!
Oh.
Amazing!
That was a fluke. I bet it was.
Yeah. I bet you can't hit that, that chicken. Right over there. The one hanging from the pole.
What?
Go on then, hit that hanging chicken from here. No cheating.
That chicken would require some kind of...
Whoa, that's mad.
It's Little John.
That was true skill and aim. On the mark. Well, friend, you can count on us to lend a hand against King Constantine and his well-paid Picts. And thank you for showing these turnips some skilled marksmanship. Visit us again. As for the rest of you, keep practicing!
Hey, turnips. Good men of Sherwood. It's making me very happy. More goods, more silver. The poor grow more desperate every day while the picked camps overflow with their stolen silver and supplies. Any amount you can give might save a starving child. Robin Hood is like the original Eat the Rich, basically. Which I very much approve of. don't know when I became so liberal. It genuinely is like a thing in the last few years. I've always been left-leaning. I'm a northern lad. I support Labour. I've always been left-leaning. But I've become more liberal in the last few years, I would say, as I've taken more of an interest in politics. It's funny, I've been on browsing Tinder lately.
Corruption lurks here.
Not really with any interest in meeting anyone at this point in time, but I was just curious. And despite being I'm in the centre of London, right? This is, I suppose, oddly enough, you would expect London to be Tory, but as far as I remember, in the last election, it voted Labour. So maybe I'm being stupid, but I never see anyone say like no Labour supporters or anything. That's never a thing. But you will find people say no Tory supporters. Labour being left, Tory being right. How the hell do I get down here? And there's a few women I've seen say, you know, no Tory scum or stuff like that. It's maybe a bit harsh, but, you know, people will say no Tories, but nobody says no Labour. It feels like one side is more passionate about their disdain for the other. But you can view that as both a positive and a negative. Personally, I think it's very much justified, but we always think our own political standings are justified, don't we? So it's hard to say if that's right or not. It's an interesting point. There are some things that we as a society believe are correct, generally speaking. You know, racism, bad. Sexism, bad. Stuff like that. You know, basic human rights stuff. But there are people who fundamentally believe in the opposite direction. And we simply believe that our perspective is correct. And it's because it is. But, you see my point. Everyone's always very ensconced in their own perspectives, usually. Also, ensconced is a great word. Ensconced is the word of the day. Ensconced is embedded within. It's a good word for like jewellery, you know? Gem ensconced into the rim of a ring or something. If you're reading this, you need to leave this place. This forsaken tomb will drive you mad. I write this as the blood of my brothers drip from my fingers. Someone forced my hand. I can't explain this, but treasure can be found elsewhere. Ooh, wow. That was a mistake. Well, lesson learned. Top tip for life, folks. Don't just chow down on random ass mushrooms, you know? Shouldn't be a lesson we have to go through, but here we are. Chest. And troll magic. Somewhere. Daisy. There we go. Lovely stuff. And all this iron ore that I actually no longer need, once I've just remembered. Cool. Right, let's fast travel. Oh, we've done a lot of work. Oh! Wait, no. What? Right, I was like, oh, we finished. No, that's nonsense. But only 6 to go. We have absolutely flown through this place. I'm very confused. Right, it's over there. We might actually finish it. How long have we got left? Ooh, we'll see. I'm a little worried about that final artifact, that piece of paper that I can't seem to get hold of. But we'll get everything else and then we'll go back and find it. And then we'll be done. And then there are only 3 zones left, including Norway. And there's no way that we can't do that one. Or something. I don't know when we're going to do Norway. Maybe next, actually. I think we've only got 1 more zone left in terms of like questing, right? It's not Nottinghamshire. Why is this one not done? Oh, is this a fish? Yeah, it is a fish. Ow, stop, hit head. Yeah, we've not done Hamptonshire. We did Winchester, but we need to go back and collect some stuff. I don't know what the hell these are. So that means we've only got 1 left in terms of a new area that's going to provide quest stuff. Basically, what I think we'll do is we'll wait until... I tell you what, we might do Norway next. I'm just wondering if we'll end up going back later on in the game. Because if so, I'd rather wait. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we might do Norway after we've done Nottinghamshire. Yeah, that makes sense. We shall see what we shall see. Hello, I'm here to rob thee. We're looking for a well or something. There's a well or something. Love that. It's nice when you go down the well and it's not randomly a dead person down here as well. Although I'm very curious how they got this massive, heavy, metal-laden chest down that hole. But, whatever. Not here to judge. Right, well, kind of got a bit of a trek ahead of us here. We're actually much closer to finishing than it looks as well. We've got this to do, and then it's a raid, and raids are always, like, super quick for a lot of wealth. So, we've got this, we've got the raid, and then we've got that bloody piece of paper that I can't figure out. Let's go, boy. 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 I need to check when, I've mentioned a few times there's no games particularly on my radar to play. Pokemon Snap, I don't know if I'm going to manage it tonight, maybe a late episode, but hopefully from tomorrow it'll be Valhalla and Pokemon every day, if I'm feeling better and up for it. Because I really want to play both right now, so I'm like totally fine to do double episodes. But I'm struggling for games to play, but the new Horizon Zero Dawn, I can't remember what it's called, Horizon game's on the way. I think it might be a PS5 exclusive. I don't have a PS5 and it is basically impossible to get a PS5 at the moment without going through scalpers, which I don't want to do, so that might be a delay, but we'll see what happens. I haven't tried hard to get a new console because there's no games on any of them. I did want to play Returnal, which is a PS5 exclusive, but beyond that, meh. But that'd be cool though. If I can find one, I'll grab one. It's a business expense at the end of the day. What is, my friend?
I need more fire, more oil. They must burn. Please. My family, they've died unjustly.
Aww.
They need to be burned. But this fire won't do.
Oil jars for the fire. This should be enough.
There must be
Where?
something around here that burns.
What? My inheritance will go to my second son, not my firstborn. My firstborn is a lout and a gambler, and will not work with him again. And he will only squander the family wealth I've worked so hard to achieve. What are you on about the fire for, Eivor? There's nothing here. I thought it was these, but no. Are they on the other side of the building? She just kind of picked up on it. Yeah. She basically saw it through the wall somehow. Is what happened. Not sure how, but hey. Leave her alone. Here I come to burn your family.
Thank you. Thank you. Now may they rest in peace.
You're welcome, buddy. You want to talk more?
Will they truly rest? You said the Draugrs, your family no less, would return vengeful.
It's my fault. I killed them. My greed robbed me of my senses, and now my family. My brother was to
he's the
inherit
son,
my
yeah.
father's wealth. But it was my right. They called me a lout, a disgrace. They were right. Now our family fortune sits in the house, worthless when there is nobody left to enjoy it with. A favor, I beg of you. Slay me so I may join them in Helheim and beg their forgiveness.
Men like you deserve something worse than death. I hope your family condemns you even in Helheimer.
I'm glad that Eivor didn't feel bad for his little sub-story there. I was like, yeah, okay, you've killed your family and you're sad about it, but you killed your family. For greed. You know, you don't get to play the sad card afterwards. I don't care about your sub-story, son. Prepare to die. Eivor gets that. Good old Eivor. I killed my father. Prepare to die. Fun fact, by the way. The guy, I can't remember, I'm not big on the film. Is it Princess Diaries? I can't remember what it's called. The film with the You Killed My Father, Prepare to Die. Inigo Montoya. Is played by a man called Mandy Patinkin, or something like that, right? And one of the main characters in Homeland, which as I say I've been binging. I'm on season 4 now, I think it is. It's good if you haven't seen it. It starts out amazing and then it just kind of becomes like a fairly schlocky terrorist program, but it's pretty cool. We raid! Mandy Patinkin's like one of the main characters. Fun fact. Probably not that fun a fact, really, is it? It's a fact, though. It's a fact. It might not be a fun fact, but it is a fact. How am I getting inside this building? I have no idea. There's a very clear... Oh, was that there a second ago? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Did I just see like a wide opening? I'm actually very, very confused right now. Okay, I'm just going to break through this door.
Hey, come here!
I looked through the window and there was a massive hole in the wall where loads of people were hanging out. And then I looked through again and there's nothing... I'm so confused right now. Hey guys, there's nothing here. I'll stand this way.
Give me a hand with this!
Should heal, really. Treasure? How are we going? Down here? I wonder if I can find the bloody thing. It's in the catacombs. Oh, hey. I appreciate you thinking about me as a millennial and that I want to die, but I'm gonna pass for now, just because it'll look bad on YouTube, really. It's really the only reason. Casual reminder that I'm playing on hard difficulty. Just have to bring that up every now and again, so everyone's aware of how talented I am. Nah, it's a pretty easy game. He says, immediately getting stabbed like 7 times, 8 times. You, big boy. I think I had a dream about this game yesterday. I don't remember specifics. All I remember was that someone said, "Oh, you should parry more" or something, or there's a boss or something that required me to parry, and I was like refusing to do it because, like, screw you, I'm gonna play exactly how I want to, even if it's wrong. But that's all I remember. Nothing else. I'm assuming there's nothing else down here. Let's have a little peek. Looks like I assumed wrong. Good thing we came back down. Much to plunder here! A chest! And it's ours for the taking!
The other side must be barred.
What? But the other one's down? Oh no. Right, how do we get around there? There's another chest, and I think it's probably through here. But I don't... Ah, hello. This is very interesting. It's very, very different than all the others we've had to do. I'm slightly blown away that this place is loaded with enemies, must be said. Not sure how much sense that makes. It's my fave. Ah! Calm down. Yadum, 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 yadum. It's the door. I think we probably have to bash that so our people can get through. Ow. Ah, the pain has begun very slightly. It's a slight. It's definitely not as bad, but there's something slightly there. To be fair, today was never going to be perfect. Like, I don't need it to be. I don't need to have no pain. I just need to have less pain. You know. A sign that it's getting better. Because after 4 days, I was a little worried that it was never going to get better, basically, and that would require... Like, I need to get the tooth sorted. I'm going to get it sorted. It needs surgery, though. And, I don't have a dentist, necessarily, so I think I'm going to have to get private. It's going to cost money either way, because I'm over 18. So... Oh. I can't really afford to do that right now. I've got taxes to pay. But I need to just get the whole thing taken out. Just full on removed. Otherwise it's going to come back again in the future. And I really don't want to go through it again, so... A chest! Ours for the taking. You're not a chest person. Can I fast travel out of here? This is the last bloody thing. I don't even know what it is. I think it's a treasure... I know it's not a treasure hoard map. They don't look rolled up. It's not a treasure hoard. It's not a tattoo. What is it? Is it oh, it's probably part of the well, it's not the Riksoga anymore, is it? It's something else, but... Oh yeah, the Riksoga, there we go. Okay. Well, this is the last thing I need to do, so... We've blown through this place super quickly. I'm kind of blown away. Just need to find this last little thing. I don't want to have to Google it. I've had to Google a few things throughout this game. Because it can be a little bit obscure sometimes. But, not this one. Now, I did theorise that maybe it would become more apparent once I'd completed, like, the quest for this area.
Thank you for all you have done, Eivor.
Yeah. So you're just, like, round here. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. I'm pretty sure it's this here. Really, I pray you find this after I have left. I've watched many grow as we have spent these many years together. I know you will be a great Jarl, so forgive me as I do one last thing to serve your father.
Farewell, old friend.
Oh no. The Riksoga! 7. The only Queen of England. At this point, Rig began hearing voices ever louder in his mind. You must ready your queen, it told him over and over. To the ridicule of all other kingdoms, Rig proclaimed Solveig Queen of the North. He sent word to the various Ealdormancies, yet all messages were returned with scorn or ridicule. Rig's lucky skull began to speak. The god's fate is determined at the blast of your horn, it sang. He would blow his great horn. Rig called a witan in which various nobles from Mercia, Wessex and Northumbria came. Here Solveig dressed herself as a man and called herself the King of Goldness. This confused the members of the witan, who viewed it as a farce. But before the witan had concluded, Solveig declared, Our shire will allow for the taxing of dogs, and so you owe Goldness tribute. Rig slaughtered any who would not bend the knee to the Queen. This stained his reputation, but his infamy grew as Solveig became known as the only Queen of England. At this point in time, Rig was told by the voice that occupied his head, Your father will lead you true, for you are his perfect son. Wait for him in Himnbjorg until the day of battle. Later, Rig wrote down a poem in golden ink to explain the state of his mind. Better I see now to follow those who came before, for so dark a dream, unrealized, flows the dew of distress, lost forever. And we're finished! It's Nottinghamshire. The North has been conquered once again. Keep forgetting that we have to do a bloody fishing episode, though. I don't want to do a fishing episode. But we do need to do a fishing episode. We'll do... I think this might be clean-up time. I think we do the fishing, and we do Norway, and we get everything sorted. And then, the last 2 areas on the map are the 2 that are kind of stuck together in the bottom left. And we've already done the storyline for one of them. For the town. I can't remember the name, but the surrounding area is Hamptonshire. Where's the town? It's in the Midwest. I don't remember. Oh, sleepy. Didn't get much sleep last night, actually, now that I think about it. What's the town again? Oh, Winchester, of course. Okay, let's go talk to Ranvi. Actually, I want to see what this kid's got.
And only because... Good to see you.
Good to see you.
What do you have to...
Have a little look. Got I mean, I can't afford anything, but whatever. Oh, no. I wish I had money. I want the warg. I want that as well. Bannerman's Spear, that's awesome. I don't want this. I want all these things. Stupid game. It is cool that they give you the option to earn the shop stuff in other ways. But I just think it would take a long time. Like, my time is worth more than that. If I wanted it, I would just buy it. Because let's say it takes a few hours to earn like a set or something. And a set would cost £5 or £6 or £10, whatever. My time is worth more than... Like, a few hours of my time is worth more than £10, right? So... Yeah.
Good day, I bring fair tidings, Ranvi. Hemminger Jarl in Nottinghamshire has passed, but his clan remains allied to us. Sad news, but you made the best of it. I saw my old friend Willi on my visit. He's their Jarl now, and he's pledged to aid us in times of need.
Huzzah! Oh, raw materials, very cool. What's going on, Ranvi? You look sus.
Eivor, Sigurd wishes to speak with you. He is quite agitated.
Has something happened?
You will want to speak to him yourself.
The Road to Valhalla. That's an ominous title if I've ever heard one. Okay, I think this is a good time to sit back and sort things out a little bit. So we're going to fish. We're going to go to Norway. And first, we need to do this. Now, I believe everything's basically been upgraded, and these are all pointless, but that's okay. Where? Where? The DLC isn't out yet. Do I need to build the outpost now? Let's go check. So the DLC takes you to Ireland, right? The Wrath of the Druids. And apparently someone's going to arrange for us to go to Ireland. So I'm a little confused because the DLC's not meant to be out for 10 more days. It is actually meant to be out already, but it got delayed. Maybe it got underlayed by a little bit? I have no idea, but let's just go check what's happening over here. Maybe this is just because the game's patched and it's kind of like getting us ready, I guess. Because this is clearly not prepared, but I can. Right, okay, yeah, it's not ready yet. Okay, so it's kind of just it's there, it's ready for the future kind of thing. I guess is the idea. That's cool though.
Be my eyes.
Any building nearby I can upgrade? The farm's nearby, isn't it? No, not really. To the fowl farm! I mean, it's a lovely farm, but it's for fowl. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And then, yeah, I think, I don't know, we haven't talked much to Sigurd. He's kind of not really been in the game for the last, like, 50 hours, to be fair, but I get the feeling that's important, and we are going into the final zone. I think this is a good time to recollect and get the map all neat and tidy and sorted. What are we doing here? Melee damage, yeah. Yeah. How close are we to an upgrade? Still a while. Oh, it's fully upgraded. I can't do it anymore. I think so, anyway. Okay, can I upgrade you? No, I don't have enough. Okay, never mind then. Right. So, Norway, I suppose. We have a lot to do here, including the final legendary animal, which is, I think, a bear or some description. Probably a bear description. It's the bare necessities. Can I do a feast while here? This is very cool. I'm very excited about Norway. But it's beautiful. Right, let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, there's actually so much to do here. It's not that bad. Okay, we've got 3 zones. We've got Horafylk, Rygjafylk, and our little one. Is that it, actually? Oh, no, it's not that much at all. It's way less than I expected, actually. Alright, that's cool. Okay. Now, I remember this guy. This guy kicked my ass ages ago. That guy right over there. We tried to fight him super early on. He's like some guy living in a cave. And I think he was unarmed. I think he was fighting me with his fists, if I recall correctly. But he whomped me. He was like level 400 or something. We obviously weren't meant to fight him super early, but obviously we had to try. Am I meant to get down this bloody mountain? No idea. Yeah, so we'll probably... I think we can finish Norway in a video. We're going to go do this fight right now. And then we'll spend the next episode finishing off Norway. And then we'll go back, we'll get the fishing done, which really shouldn't take long at all, in reality. And then we'll be ready to kind of close off the game. Annoyingly, if I hadn't taken these 4 days off... I say off, I didn't take time off as far as I'm concerned. Like, it didn't... Like, I've been thinking for a while, oh, I should take a few days off. You know, from the main channel and YouTube in general. Maybe even get away for a few days. Just like a hotel somewhere and kind of just try to recollect myself. This was not that break. Because it just... You know, it doesn't feel like a relaxing break from work when you're just writhing in the dark, in agony. It's not quite what I was looking for, if I'm totally honest. I wonder if that's connected to that. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it is. We'll walk up. Well, that one probably is, though. I'm not convinced on that either. We'll just walk towards the marker and we'll see where we end up. It might be. That one might be linked with that one and he's like in the middle. It's been a long time since we've been here. We haven't come back and explored Norway since we left Norway. And we left Norway about 80 hours ago, so it has been a while. I do remember this exact area though, as that happens. I'm being slightly confused as to where he was. But they were different times. Right, he's like right below me now, so yeah, I think we have to go here. 80 hours. It's crazy the amount of time. Is this where the waterfall is as well? Well, maybe not. It's crazy the amount of time I put in this game. When you think about it, is 8 hours a long time? I don't know. It's only like 4 days. It's interesting. You can think about it in multiple ways. In some ways, 80 hours is a very long time. In some ways, 80 hours is no time. To a fruit fly, 80 hours is bloody ages. You know? But to a human, probably not in reality. It's more like 85 at this point. Maybe even closer to 90. But I tell you what, you do get your value for money. If all you're looking for is pure gameplay time for money, Assassin's Creed games in general, I'd say like Elder Scrolls games are probably the best you can buy. Actually, MMOs in general are probably the best you can buy. Even if you have to pay a monthly fee, you've got in essence an unlimited gameplay. But then Elder Scrolls, but then Assassin's Creed is definitely up there. Hello, pal. So you kicked my ass a very long time ago.
You're a long way from any warm hearth, warrior. Is this where you call home?
My name is Eric Loyalskull. The great King Rad.
Okay, we've actually technically already heard all this. It's been a long time, but we have heard all this.
It is with great...
Very well. Glory. Do I raise my blade?
Funnily enough, getting 400 levels makes the fight a little easier. I would like it more if he stopped bloody defending himself, you know.
You honor me with skill and ferocity. That is all that matters. You are a true drinker. Ragnar would have liked you.
I think so.
A fitting end to honorable warring. Now I go to see my brother. He who laughed at death. Scourge of all England. Ragnar Lothbrok.
Farewell, Dringer. Listen for hoofbeats and follow the Valkyries home.
They are big fans of Ragnar, aren't they? All the Vikings really do perceive him as like a modern god, essentially. I mean, in reality, he probably didn't even exist. As we've discussed in previous videos. There we go. Renger defeated. Right. So we're going to head back over here, and then next video we're going to sweep left and get started. I suppose there's going to be a lot of mountain climbing, which will slow the whole process down. But I'm excited to go explore Norway a little bit. Cool. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. I still feel okay, which is promising for future videos. We'll see how it goes. No promises. Yep. Oh, no, skill points. Might be. Blah, blah, blah. And kind of... I want range damage, but it does so little that I don't care. Screw it. Okay, and that means we have enough to finish off our skill chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Right, once again, done with level 427. If they could add one more skill on each and give us a nice 430, that would be nice, but whatever. I kind of keep forgetting. What's this? Is it just so there's a split off point? I guess so. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye bye.